What's going on, guys? Starburst Person here back again, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a deck profile. I was going to post this yesterday, but in the middle of making the video my phone died, so sorry about that. I know I haven't been posting videos in a while, so let's go on with the deck profile, guys. Yesterday for the tournament I was playing Herald, a Perfection deck. I got 4th place, and the reason why I was kind of surprised is because I had a 2-card extra deck and 0 side at all, and I was facing against like the top metas out there basically. So I'm gonna go on with the deck profile. I'm gonna show you guys the little combos and stuff you do, tell you guys my round wins, my round loss, etc. So here we go. First of all, you need 3 Herald of Perfection. Herald of Perfection is your boss monster. If you can successfully keep this card out for more than 4 turns, I think you pretty much won the game, because you're just setting up so much advantage over your opponent. And normally when you summon this card first turn, you're always going to have some fairies in your hand, so it doesn't really matter, and it just negates everything, and your opponent will get so pissed off that they're going to have to waste like stuff like Dark Hole and stuff trying to get over this. I remember I went this card and Archlord Christia in the first turn, and I negated three things from his hand, and then he went Dark Hole. So yeah, that just shows you that it takes a lot of resources just to try to get over this card. And once they wasted the resources, then that's when you like jump on them and try to beat them down with other cards. Next, we have 3 Manju, because Manju is really good in this deck. You can summon this card, you search for the ritual monster, such as Perfection, since this is the only ritual monster in the deck. And it searches for the ritual spell, such as Advanced Ritual Art, or the Herald. I forgot the name of it, sorry, let me look at it for a second. Dawn of the Herald. Yeah, you can either search that out depending on your hand. So yeah, next for our boss monsters, we run 3 Master Hyperion. Master Hyperion is a great way to beat your opponent down once you're successfully stalling with Perfection, because having Perfection to negate anything is really critical. And with Master Hyperion, you can just go like pop, pop, pop with his effect normally once you pitched with her effect to negate stuff. You can banish the lights from your graveyard to, destroy monsters in the field that might be problematic, and then you can just, keep attacking your opponent like that. I don't know how many games I won yesterday just with Master Hyperion. Master Hyperion is just too OP in this deck. And if I'm going to run Master Hyperion, I am running the Agent variant, so sorry about that. Next, since this is going to be the Agent variant, you have to play the 2 Archlord Chrysios, because all we're running is basically fairies. I don't main Maxi, and I don't main Baylor, just because I don't really like them. I found other stuff to put in this place. So yeah, 2 Archlord Christia, 2 Tethys. Tethys is really good in this deck. It's never really bad to draw, just because if you draw, you can just pitch it with Herald. But if you successfully get like some pluses off with this card, then you're just setting up to win anyways. So 2 Tethys, and then for our Venus engine, we have the 3 Venus. I might take this to 2, honestly, and have 2 Earth too, just because this card's really bad to draw, but then again, you got more targets for your Herald. So, I'm still testing it out right now. So yeah, 2 Earth instead of 3. Well, yeah, 2 Earth instead of 3. Just because Earth is really bad to draw. Normally when you draw this card, you want to search for your Venus. And since we're running 3 Venus anyways, you're normally going to draw to them. And you only have 2 other targets for it. And then the 2 Earths, and you got the other Jupiter that searches this out. So I mean, it's pretty good. Jupiter, same thing with him too. It's pretty good just because it gets over Ophion and it gets over the mirror match. And always when you draw this card, it's never dead since we have our 1-ofs. And I kind of wanted to take this card to 2 just because, you do have those matchups where you need to have the extra boost to get over something. It happened to me yesterday, but took me a while to get over a card. So, it happens. But oh well. 1 Honest, because it's going to be all lights. 2 Herald of Orange Lights, just because if you didn't go Perfection first turn, you have this card in hand. It negates any monster effect instead of any card. Then, yeah, it just sets up some stuff. And normally when your opponent goes second and they see you trying to set up your field, they're going to try to set up as fast as they can so you won't get your Herald out. So Herald negating stuff first turn is pretty critical. Same thing with this card, even though they're both Herald. This is Orange Light, and the ritual is Perfection. So anyways, on to the video. 3 Shine Ball, of course, because we had to run the Venus, and 2 Megami. Explain that later. Explain that right now, actually. The reason why we play Megami is because we play 2 advanced ritual art. If you don't know what this card does, you can basically take a ritual monster from your hand. So you got Perfection out, and then you send a normal type materia from your deck to the graveyard. So then you just have to pitch Megami from your deck, and then you automatically summon this. And this card, I think I only drew it 2 times, which I was kind of happy about, because always when I would go against Ritual Art first turn, I'm already sending 1, and then I would always have 1 in deck or even 1 in my hand. So, you know, it's never really bad to draw once you have this card out. But if it's on the field, then, well, in my hand with like no field, then yeah, it's kind of bad. But you know, it happens. 1 Dawn of the Herald. This is probably the worst card in the deck, honestly. If Advanced Ritual was at 3, I would put it at 3, but since it's not, then we have to run the 1 Dawn. And I kind of like the Dawn just because if you do draw to these, you can pitch from a hand, then you can banish this card from a graveyard to add that target to your hand. So when you go Perfection, you banish it, then you get another target for Perfection. So that's pretty good. 2 Preparation of Rites. This card is a bitch to find, excuse my language, but it's really hard to find. I only got printed once, and to be honest, 2 seemed like a pretty good number. I mean, would I run 3? I'm testing out 3 right now, but one thing's for sure, I won't be running 3 of this card. I really like 2 chance modifiers. I felt 3 to be a little cloggy, and 2 just to be the right consistent number. Just because I want to be running a lot of spells since I'm going to be running the Tethys. I want to be able to get like 6 pluses off of Tethys without without to worry that I'll draw into something else. And chance modifier, it's really good just because if you do draw into your shine balls and you have your shine balls either in your hand or deck, you can go chance modifier on the shine ball you summoned, and you will get out your Venus. And then Venus Effect, you can get out the rest of the shine balls and probably go for a Gachi or something like that. So, you know, it's pretty good. I played 2 Upstart Goblins. I really liked Upstart just because it would make the deck a 38 card deck. And I would normally draw into this with Tethys, and I'll go Upstart, and Tethys' effect is that every time when you draw, and if you draw a fairy, then yeah. So Upstart, if you do draw that fairy, then you can get more pluses off of it, and it just speeds up the deck, honestly. And I don't really care about my opponent's life points, because when I successfully had the lockdown, I'm just going to start beating them down with Master Hyperion anyways, and Christia plus Master Hyperion, or Christia plus Perfection's 99.9% GG. So yeah, 1 Space Typhoon, because it happens that when I don't open up first turn Perfection, then, you know, sometimes you need to MST something. Especially against the Fire Fist matchup. I'm not sure if you knew this, but if they activate Tinky, or Tinkat, whatever you want to pronounce it, then you can go MST on the card, and it will prevent them from searching out a card. So that's really critical, and plus, it doesn't lead them a face-up Fire Formation card. So let's say if they had a bear in hand that they wanted to pop something like my Master Hyperion, well, my Master Hyperion or my Perfection, I can automatically negate the effect with 1 MST instead of pitching a fairy from hand, because let's say if you're running low on fairies, then yeah, it happens. And my only traps I'm running that nobody was prepared for first game was I was maining in triple Royal Decree. Royal Decree just really shut down a lot of decks, and they didn't really know how to side against me because, you know, this is a deck that people are not aware of, and it's a problem, should I say. But people aren't really playing this deck, and I decided to play this format just because it's such an anti-meta deck, and it's a pretty good matchup against anything out there. So yeah, and like I said in the beginning of the video, I was running a 2-card extra deck. The only thing I was running was a Gachi and a Herald of Pure Light, and that was it. I wasn't running any side because my friend left his binder at his house and he didn't show up that day, so I had nothing to side against anything. So yeah, I'm explaining what I faced against in this video too. First round, I faced against Girgia Kamakuri. The match was really close. We ended up going to game 3, and I ended up beating him down with the Perfection. And he MST'd 2 Royal Decrees, but I had 4 back row, and I managed to draw into a Royal Decree at a late game, and it just shut him down. And then I was able to go for Master Hyperion play and started beating him down like that. So that was really critical. Second game, I faced against Black Wings. It was one of my friend's Black Wings deck. You know, we have lots of fun just like playtesting against each other. And sadly, I lost. He 2-0'd me. First round, I drew complete crap. I drew into 2 Megamis and 2 Shine Ball and 2 Upstarts, and with the Upstarts I didn't draw into anything, so it was pretty terrible. And then second game, I had the Perfection play. but next turn I would have drew into it, but then he OTK'd me with like collude and crap, so you know, I'm kind of disappointed about that. I'm X1 second round, so I was like, okay, you need to get it together. Third game, I faced against a Cheerio deck. You know, the deck was pretty good, honestly. One thing that won me the game, I 2-0'd him, was I got Christie out and Perfection out, so that was kind of really hard to get over. And then I also had 4 fairies in hand, so I ended up winning that game. Fourth round, I faced against Dragon Rulers. I 2-0'd him too. Yeah, it's pretty good when you get over a dragon deck, because dragons are pretty top tier, especially with this deck too. I have a really bad matchup against Dragon Rulers, but you know, it happens. You do win sometimes, and I just had the right hand than he did. So yeah, fourth round, not fourth round, fifth round. That was the last round. I faced against Black Wings again, and we went into game 3. I drew complete crap second game, and he got the best of me. Third game, let's say I was really bad with the matchup. I still won. I could have OTK'd him like 2 times, and I wasn't paying attention. You know, I'm just having fun with my friends, and I ended up getting like 6-7 pluses off of Tethys, and I could have OTK'd him with like 3 Master Hyperions in hand, and I already had a Roy to carry on field and stuff, and Perfection negating everything. I could have OTK'd him, and then I didn't. I decided to end my turn because I'm not really paying attention. And then I did discard like 4 fairies or 5 fairies, I think, in hand. And then he was like, "Wow, dog, bro, you're too OP." And you know, next turn I drew into like 4 more fairies, and then I read Master Hyperion's effect, and I'm like, oh shit, I totally forgot about that you can also banish agents from your hand to summon it. So I was like, okay, so I OTK'd him with like 20, no, not 20. I ended up doing an upside on him beginning in the game, so he was at 9,000, and I think in total damage I did like 93,000 or something like that, or 9,300, whatever you want to do, I'll go there. So, you know, I ended up getting in 4th place throughout the whole entire day. There was only 19 people that showed up, and 5 people dropped. So yeah, I think that was one of the reasons why I got in 4th. But there's only 2 X1 people in the tournament, and the guy who got X1 above me, he got in 3rd, and then I got in 4th. So I got 3 packs, and in the 3 packs, I guess I pulled good. I put a Master Key Beetle. The $6 entry fee, so I made a total of like $4 back, honestly. And then fun, well, money can't pay for fun, honestly, and that's why I love playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Just because like stuff like this is a really fun deck to play, and if you haven't tried it out, try it on Dueling Network. And if you want to go even further than that, try to pick up some cards. The only thing that's expensive in here is Preparation of Rice, which is roughly around $10, and it's really hard to find, so good luck trying to get one. You're probably going to have to order one. And Trance Modifiers, they're going for like 20, 25 apiece, and you only need 2. That's how I found it more consistent. So that's it with this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and like always, peace. Let me guys know what you think about the deck too. Leave a comment below. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, so thank you, bye.